from Dubai. I'm Rachel Price and welcome to the podcast Not Just Making the Tea, a show where we'll talk about the realities of our career and life choices, what life skills there are to be learnt, and how they can influence and help us to succeed. It's all about celebrating the parts that don't go to plan as much as those which do. So welcome to Season 2. This season, the focus will be on how we can develop ourselves to ensure that we're getting the most from our lives, both professionally and personally. The aim is that there'll be some chats with the experts along the way, whilst also the regular podcasts about the skills and attributes we need to continue developing. So please do keep listening. So I hope that you enjoy listening, find the topics thought-provoking, entertaining, and that they add some positive vibes to your day. So on that note, let's get started with today's topic. Career networking advice. Although the college and university experience is mostly about the academics, those formative years of higher education are also a prime time to jumpstart your professional development. If you learn about and use some smart moves whilst you're still an undergraduate, you'll have an easier experience finding a job after graduation. So strengthen your networking game during college and uni by utilising some of these strategies, and remember that they can be adapted for any stage of our professional journey. Utilise your school, college and university career services. Your first stop should be your career service office. Don't end your educational career without taking advantage of the assistance that you can get there. From resume help to alumni networking, your campus career service office is a great way to jumpstart your job search from the first year to the last. Actively engage with your faculty. When it comes to classes relevant to your major, don't just sit in the back with your eyes half closed and only one ear open. But let's first clear up what we mean by the term major. It's a common term used in American, Canadian higher education facilities. It refers to a student's primary area of study. For instance, a common question students in the US will ask each other is, "What is your major?" To which students usually respond with what field they're working in for their degree, such as the arts, maths and science, business, or engineering and tech. So back to actively engaging with your faculty. Make yourself known to the lecturer. Sit up at the front, ask questions, and follow up by discussing issues with your lecturer outside of class. Not only will this likely help your grade, but it will also lead to establishing a positive relationship. Often, lecturers have tons of connections, from colleagues in the field to former students, making them a valuable resource during your job or internship searches. Meet with your lecturers during their office hours and ask them for introductions to contacts in the field of interest. Their introductions will often be perceived as an endorsement by their trusted contacts and lead to productive network meetings. Plus, you'll be very grateful for this relationship if in the future time you have to ask your lecturer for a reference letter. Reach out to other faculties and staff. Don't limit yourself to lecturers from your existing classes. If there's somebody in your department who you think might be able to offer career advice or help you land an internship or a job, contact them. You have nothing to lose by sending them a friendly email and asking to arrange a time to meet casually and chat about your career path. I certainly remember using this strategy whilst at university. I reached out to the lead HND lecturer and asked to be involved with the termly charity dinners that they arranged. The option to be involved wasn't traditionally available to my degree course. But what this meant was that when it came to my third year placement, I was already in contact with several hotels that I'd wanted to approach for placements, but also that the lecturer was happy to make some further introductions. It certainly made my life a little easier. Investigate the academic research interests of your faculty and offer to help them if you find common interests. Collaborative research experiences will put a positive stamp on your resume and can lead to networking referrals. Use LinkedIn for professional networking. When I was at university, it was a few years ahead of the release of LinkedIn, so this wasn't an option. But these days, LinkedIn is a great way to discover and stay in touch with professional contacts. So do ensure that you make an active effort to make a profile and keep it updated. Join groups on LinkedIn for your college, university, faculty, and reach out to graduate students in fields of interest for advice, introductions, and assistance with jobs and internships at their organisations. Identify groups in career areas of interest and investigate options for students to join and participate in professional sharing. Talk to recent graduates in the fields that you're interested in. Although lecturers and professionals will always be a valuable resource for advice, remember those individuals who are just a few years out of school and university. They will have a fresh perspective on strategies for finding jobs and may have relationships with the recruiters at their organisations. Whenever possible, meet with them in the workplace, since they will gain a better appreciation of what you have to offer and may be able to introduce you to some of the decision makers on site. Take advantage of networking events. If your college and university offers alumni networking events, make an effort to attend and be serious about it. Dress the part and carry a few resumes with you too, because you never know who you might encounter. Keep a lookout for profession-specific events or job fairs in your area. Attend as many other professional networking events as you have time for, and if you speak with individuals, always follow up with a thank you for their time. Use your semester on term breaks wisely. Gather contacts from your career office during the winter and fall term. Reach out to alumni to set up consultations over the break, in locations where you might like to land an internship or a job. If you encounter an interesting prospect, explore the possibility of arranging a short-term job shadow for a few days or weeks over the break. You can learn a lot about professionals in that environment and make a positive impression whilst you explore the career field. Do an internship or two. An internship gets your foot in the door, and even if it doesn't end up in a job in that specific company, the people that you meet can connect you with other opportunities, as well as serve as a reference source in the future. So even if you aren't paid, don't treat your internship as a resume filler. Take it seriously, do your best, and you'll thank yourself after graduation. Ask for an informational interview. So you want to connect with someone at your internship, a professor, or even someone in your field that you admire. Request an informational interview to find out what they do and how they got there. It can also take place via email, Zoom, or even on the phone. Either way, establishing contacts and maintaining them creates a valuable connection when it comes to launching your own career. For example, some employers have a specific Twitter account for job opportunities, and many companies, small and large, post about when they're hiring on their social media pages. Social media is also a great way to learn about a company's values, mission statement, ethos, and interactions with the general public. Do you like what you see, and does it fall in line with your views, or are you in conflict? Social media is planned, but it does give a clear indication of the company's direction and views. So that's our topic for today. I hope you found it interesting and helpful. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please do subscribe and get new episodes sent to you weekly. You can do that for free via Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, and other providers. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to listen. So please subscribe, like, tell your friends, and send me any comments. And how about rating this podcast? Please also check out the Instagram page, Not Just Making the Tea, for more information on these topics and more. For activities and resources, go to the Learning Hub on educationyala.teachable.com. There is a direct link in the podcast information. So thank you once again, keep safe and chat soon. Have a great day.